Hello everybody, Resonance here, and welcome to another Hearthstone deck review. Today I'll be playing a deck submitted by EcTheLion, and it appears to be some sort of Cthulhu Priest. During this series I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on the card choices and playstyle to help you improve your deck building and understanding of the metagame. So first, let's head on over to the Collection Manager and check out this deck list. Yes, this is going to be EcTheLion's Cthulhu Priest. So, right now, of course, the deck is called Cthulhu Priest because it's built around our tentacled friend Cthulhu, and his battle cry deals damage equal to his attack stat split among all enemies. So, how do we buff his attack stat? Of course, we have our Cthulhu support package, the Beckoner of Evil, gives our Cthulhu +2/+2 wherever it is, so even in our own deck. We have things like Cthulhu's Chosen as well for Cthulhu buffs. Doomcaller is here too, and the interesting thing about Doomcaller is once Cthulhu dies, we can play Doomcaller and then shuffles Cthulhu back into our deck and buffs it, so we get to play two Cthulhus if the first one didn't actually finish them, and sometimes that happens. I do like only one Doomcaller, because generally 3 Cthulhus is overkill, but 2 is sometimes necessary in a long drawn-out game of Hearthstone. Twilight Darkmender, keep us alive. It's got some board clears with things like Holy Nova, some taunts. This guy is actually kind of cute, Twilight Drake. We actually do have enough card draw with things like Northshire Cleric. Whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. A huge Priest staple, as well as Power Word Shield. A little less so these days, but certainly when you're a new player, this is still an absolute necessity. Acolyte of Pain for even more card draw, so this deck certainly has enough card draw to support Twilight Drake. Spellbreaker is cool too. It's just some extra removal. We've got our double Shadow Words, which I do think are kind of mandatory in this metagame. And overall, this is just looks to be a pretty solid Cthulhu Priest list. I like it a lot, so we're just going to have to see how this goes. The goal of this is to build a sticky board, and then keep it alive, keep drawing cards, get that huge Twilight Drake, according to EcTheLion, and then just get to the late game. Hopefully you have enough stuff on the board, you can even play the Temple Enforcer on curve. Get a late game, play Cthulhu. We have so many late game threats, so overall I'm very satisfied with this deck. My first impressions would be that the only weak card in the deck is probably Fen Creeper, and this just, I don't know if he actually has a better card than this. I think Fen Creeper could easily be, and why is Fen Creeper not great is the question. This is because it does not pass the vanilla test. It does have excellent stat distribution though, so if you remember my Hearthstone tutorial, which I definitely recommend you guys check out first, Fen Creeper, we'd expect it to be like a 5-mana 3/7 taunt, or, but it's actually a 3/6 taunt, or a 5-mana 4/6 taunt, of which it is neither. It's missing a stat point, but the stat distribution is excellent, so I think, it could easily be swapped for an Azure Drake. It's just that we have so much card draw that you'd probably have to cut like an Acolyte or something if you wanted to run the Drake. In terms of like 5-mana taunt guys, just as a way to keep us alive, it could easily be this Crazed Worshipper guy. I bleed for Cthulhu. Fen Creeper is okay though. I don't think it's necessarily going to weaken the deck significantly. Like Psychotron could be a reasonable consideration. So yeah, maybe Stampeding Kodo is fine. I think the obvious choice is a second Twilight Darkmender, but I'm assuming he just does not have that. So we're going to be operating with that assumption in mind. Yeah. So anyway, let's give this deck a shot. See how this goes. Play some Standard. And of course, guys, if you want me to take a look at your deck list, the best way to do that is to head on over to my Twitch page, go there, and scroll underneath the video player to find my live streaming schedule there, which I do update every few days. Also, if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you will get updates on when I'm streaming next. Every now and then I'll do a Hearthstone stream where I do deck reviews, but sometimes I'm also just playing the game. Of course, though, please let me know if the series was helpful and entertaining to you in some way. The goal here is to just make sure that I provide you guys the tools in which to enjoy Hearthstone, whether it, show you guys how to have fun and a good time, and also just how to build, good solid budget decks. I do want to keep this guy against a hunter, but I also would like to see some smaller cards. I think I will keep this engine. I think that normally I would not, except when I look at his mana curve, I feel like, okay, there we go, good. I was gonna say, when I look at his mana curve, I think if I aggressively mulligan away this engine, I'm going to regret it, considering how few 2-mana cards he runs.
Is someone injured?
Nobody's injured, it's turn 1. Are you crazy? Yes, so, Oh yeah, we only have 4 2-mana cards. That's probably not good. I cut an Acolyte for a 2-mana minion of some sort. Maybe the Acolytes, actually, the Acolytes of Pain, I think could be loot hoarders. I think that would save the, help the mana curve. I really want to, like, trade this and then live because I'm good at Hearthstone and then heal the Northshire Cleric to draw the card. I just don't know how skilled I am.
Right away.
But I think that's the right play if I live. Nice. Sometimes you gotta take a risk, man. Whew! I was lucky. Oh my gosh.
Such big teeth I have.
Well, he's going to summon the big bad. He's going to trade his own guy in to summon the big bad wolf. I can't actually remove it, regardless of what I want to do. But I could draw another card if I activate it. I think he's just going to kill my Northshire. Kill my face. I think I do want to be drawing a lot of cards. Well, next turn I'm playing Senjin Shieldmaster. I do want to draw this card, though, don't I? Or I can play it now. Do I want to pop it and then Earth and Ring my own guy? Or do I want to Earth and Ring my face? Maybe that's too greedy. I think it's too greedy for me to pop the Kindly Grandmother. I think I need to let him do it. I do lose to Coin Houndmaster here very hard. But that's just an inevitability. Ooh, he still runs Abusive Sergeant after the nerf. Well, see, that was one of the... That's why you would want to pop it, to play around buffs, of which he has Abusive Sergeant. I was more worried about Coin Houndmaster. Okay, so here, I think the correct play is to pop the Toad and play the Tazdingo. Yeah, this just seems like a very solid list. I think if he had another, oh god, I was gonna say anything but Leok, please. This makes up for the ping early game. Yeah, I think the Fen Creeper should be a Twilight Darkmender. Maybe the Acolytes of Pain could be loot hoarders, just to give us, some more 2-drops. Because I feel like as a priest, if you hero power on turn 2, it's really bad. You want to get some minions on the board early on to take advantage of your hero power. Okay, so we're in kind of a bad spot here, but Holy Nova's alright. I think actually we're gonna Holy Nova. I need to remove as much damage from the board as possible. I can't kill Leok, which feels bad, but, you know, Fen Creeper next turn's alright. I actually might just Temple Enforcer an empty board, because, you know, pass the Vanilla Test anyway. Not Savannah Highmane, not Savannah Highmane, not Savannah Highmane. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Tonight, a tale of true balance. Do we play Temple Enforcer or Fen Creeper to keep our face alive? Honestly, like, Fen Creeper and Temple Enforcer trade roughly equivalently just as well. It's just that if I Fen Creeper, I can Northshire as well. Fen Creeper does not kill Barnes. This guy does kill Barnes. But he's just gonna go face. He's a hunter. I'm going to do this. He will trade in some guys. Hopefully he's not able to kill the Northshire this turn. Another Animal Companion is really bad for me. Savannah Highmane on curve is really bad for me. A lot of things are bad for me. I could have just played the Naked Temple Enforcer, but I think I want as many bodies on the board as humanly possible. And I think that I want to encourage him to trade his Fiery Bat into my Northshire. Otherwise, I'm going to snowball out of control. Alright, that's really bad. I think Misha would have been worse for me, but this is still... Don't hit the one on the left. Okay, that's the best outcome. Barnes will live. What I need right now is exactly another Holy Nova. Oof. Alright. Let's snag a Holy Nova, please. Right off the top. Ooh, not quite. Might death that. Well, if I silence Leok, I still can't... Yeah. Oh, crap balls. Yeah, I'm gonna death that. I have to. Do I, like, Drake death that?
What is in this room?
That's okay. I think it's like silencing Leok, but that honestly does not even help me. So this feels incredibly awful, I might add. I'm actually very low on cards here. Maybe I should have been aggressively drawing more. I'm looking for acolytes and stuff. This feels really bad, but I need control of the board to live versus this hunter, so yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm really struggling to seize the board here. Alright, I think a big reason behind that is we want more 2 mana guys. Maybe we have too much late game? Maybe that Frost Giant could be some other mid-game minion? Oh, we're dying. Thank God he has Earthen Ring Farseers in his deck. Good on you, EcTheLion. I do like your list a lot. I think that even if we lose this game, it does not mean that this deck is bad. It just, you know, that's Hearthstone, man. Freezing Trap is the worst one. Oh, shit. You're in this one as Leah. Oh, we've totally lost. Yeah. I would silence that Leok, but that's really only good if you unleash the hounds here, so. I think we'll play another game after this. I think that this is not... I don't think this will happen every game to us when we play this deck. Houndmaster is bad for us. I think we're dead. Oof. How do we win? Rag, we still lose. We did not hit the face. Alright, we've lost. Alright, next game. Win some, you lose some.
You win. Well played.
Well played. Alright, let's give it another shot. We need to cast one more spell for my quest anyway. Alright, not a hunter, please. Let's, I think this deck is probably excels in a control matchup, so, you know, some sort of super slow deck. I think this is where it would be good. So I'd like to see a warrior, please. Another priest. Let's do it. Ah, and we have one of the 2 drops. Excellent. So in general, when you're going first, you're looking for like 1 to 3 mana cards. If you're going second, in general, oh, this is an excellent hand, by the way. We're looking for 1 to 4s, just to make sure we have some early game plays. Another Malchezaar deck, nice. Oh, this is like, is this the nuts? I think this is the best starting hand possible.
Is someone injured?
Excellent. Now, in general, in a control matchup, I actually like to save the Northshire Cleric until the late game. I only like to play it when I can heal a minion and draw a card off it immediately. It's just based off my curve. I think it's okay that I do this. And I think this deck has enough card draw with the Acolytes in it too that I don't need to worry about this. I have a Power Word Shield. But yeah, usually I like to be a little conservative with this, because if this just gets Shadow Word Pained or Fiery War Axed, I'm playing the control game here. I really want to draw those cards. He did not have Circle of Healing, which is good. This is a neutral card that's actually a priest card, essentially. I really don't want to trade in both of these guys, but if I Power Word Shield this turn, I can do it.
Right away. This way.
I do not want him to heal up his injured Blade Master, and this also allows me to draw a card, so this feels pretty good. Yeah, and about the deck itself, I think that the way to go is probably Fen Creeper, Twilight Darkmender. It should be, so Fen Creeper should be a Twilight Darkmender, I think. Maybe the Acolyte should be Loot Hoarders. Because, like, the Acolyte would let you draw more cards, just keep getting to heal it. That's so bad to see. It's just that I don't know if we need all of that. This is just crappy. I want to continue drawing cards, so, I mean, I could just, like, Beckoner of Evil heal this. It's just I have an Acolyte in my hand, and that this just seems like it trades better. I feel like if he had a Shadow Word Pain, he would have already used it. But if he drew one off the top, then that is bad. Alright, he drew one. Oh. Okay. You win some, you lose some. Okay. How do we deal with this man? We do not need to heal ourselves against the priest. Silencing this does nothing. I mean, this is the best tempo play. I'm just trying to think if there's ever a situation in this matchup where I'm going to need to heal my face for 10. Because this is a control priest. I think this is the way to go. Because all my other minions do not trade favorably with his injured Blade Master, and then he can just keep healing it, and that's how priests win games. They get minions on the board, keep healing them. Shit. Did not play around Prince Malchezaar into Tinkmaster Overspark. Oh my god.
Brilliant.
This is bad for us. Oh my god, this is so bad for us. What the hell? Do I heal his own Blade Master? I mean, wait, how do I kill it anyway? He's just gonna heal it. I mean, I could heal his own Blade Master to draw a card, but I think that's wrong too. I don't think I'm that desperate. I think I will save the other Norshire Cleric. I was worried about Shadow Word Death, but Tingmaster is much worse for us. Much worse. Much worse. That is also bad for us. The yogurt is also cursed. No, Gibby Gib, please. We must win a game with this deck. This time for sure. Alright. Things are looking grim. Is this even good? Northshire and the Temple Enforcer? I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I can't afford to play to deal with drawing cards anymore. Okay. Let's win this. Win it for EC the Lion. I'm surprised how good my luck has been. Shouldn't he have swung first with Tinkmaster and hit my guy, or... Oh, he just drew me some cards! Well, that's why he didn't do that. Well, that's nice of him. So anyway, I was gonna say, I am surprised with my general positive results. Not necessarily being lucky, sometimes being lucky. But I've just been winning a lot of the deck review games, whereas based off the variable quality of the decks, I would expect to be losing the vast majority of them. So this seems to be, also with how obnoxious the current meta is. I could Shadow Word Pain that, and then play a Fen Creeper. That's okay. Alright, got some revenge on our Tinkmaster friend. Yeah, it's just the current metagame in Hearthstone, like, typically punishes these interesting decks a little bit too much. So I'm looking forward to the next expansion a little bit. And the nerfs, I think, helped quite a bit with that, so... I do think this is a solid Cthulhu Priest. It just has, like... It's tough to build a good Cthulhu Priest. It is, and... Oh, thank God, Holy Nova. Oh my God. I'm so done with these Blade Masters, man. I stopped playing Warcraft 3 a long time ago. I'm tired of that. I mean, I could silence that guy. Again, just because it threatens to... Wait, no, he was just going to heal his guy. There's no point in me doing that. I mean, do I want to give him a free Earthen Ring Farseer? I'm probably just going to Cthulhu next turn and then Doomcaller the turn after that. So I actually might just save the Earthen Ring Farseer, because... Yeah, he's just going to trade into it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll save it. This could end up going for a while. He's Prince Malchezaar, so... I just don't think that it actually improves the board state for me significantly by doing that. Please not another Blade Master. Oh, his deck's so good. Oh, man. It's hard to build a good Cthulhu Priest because you have to try and balance really carefully between how much late game do you actually need, and then try to have like a good early curve, and then make sure that it's just consistent enough. Here we're going to drop Cthulhu. He's going to entomb it, and we're going to quit. Cthulhu's probably not going to kill anything here, but at least it's the biggest body. Yeah, Earthen Ring still wouldn't have helped there. If he entombs it, that's really bad. Mind control's really bad. Please no entomb, please no entomb, please don't. Disaster! Oh no, can't revive it. Oh. Oh. Ooh.
Well played.
Symphony of terror begins.
Okay. Alright, you win this round, Gibby Gib. Wow. Alright. One more game. I want to be clear. I do think that this deck list is much better than our 0-2 record, but Hearthstone is a lot like poker. You'll win some, you'll lose some. In this case, we're losing a few. I do think this list can be improved. It's just that I don't think that it should be struggling this much. This is the last game we're doing with this deck, though. Otherwise, this video is going to go on for years. We will keep the Northshire, take on the Crazy Man. There are 886 crazy men before this one, and they've become exceedingly efficient at building them. Northshire on turn 1. Do I want to eat the Frostbolt? What am I playing around by playing this guy? I'm discouraging Mana Worm and Babbling Book, so maybe that's okay.
Right away.
Gonna give him a little bit of that heal action. It doesn't really matter what I healed there on that turn.
Someday I'll be just like
And the struggle. Keep people glued to their seat. When will Troy win a game? I'm gonna Shadow Repain this. Because if I, like, Earth Ring Farseer, he's just gonna kill this guy for free, and it just does not help to stay on the board at all.
right away.
Okay, so if he's a Tempo Mage, he has a very bad hand. If he's a Control Mage, then that's better for us. It's not really clear what deck he's playing yet, so we're just gonna have to see. Ascension Shieldmaster off the top is great. Alright, not bad. This is a struggle today, I'll tell you. Water Elemental still doesn't really tell us what he's playing. Well, we know he's been playing Heroes of the Storm, we know that. Normally I have the BlizzCon card back, not this one, but I do like this one. Well, I think that the play here is... Oh my god, am I gonna mill myself? The meme is to never go full Northshire, but you know what? He's got 8 cards in his hand, and I've got nothing to lose if we lose in the last 2 games. Do I want to go full Northshire? So long, my friends. We've entered self-mill territory. Draw, 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 draw. It is, at least in a Priest Mirror match, never play both Northshire Clerics at the same time. You will sincerely regret it when your opponent, like, Wild Pyromancer's, like, Circle of Healings to mill you, like, 30 cards. Don't do that. And by mill, I mean, you can only have, like, 10 cards in your hand, max, so if you draw and you still have 10 cards, then that card is destroyed. It's burned. You don't need to draw it, so we call that milling based off the Magic the Gathering thingy. Okay.
What is it?
I need to kill this more than the Mana Worm, but not by a large margin. Mostly because the freeze effect is going to be really high. I do not want to draw more cards by hitting this and healing my own guy. Seems too greedy. I do not want to bop it either, because the Fen Creeper threatens to trade into it, so... No problem.
Someday I'll be just like you.
I hope you like my invention. Oh, I was drinking water, that's cheating. This is bad for me. But hey, I finally have enough cards in hand for the Twilight Drake. Good. We will go face with the sheep, because it does not trade into anything. And we will play this thing, because nothing needs healing right now. This appears to be a Tempo Mage that was just playing a little slower. Maybe a bad hand. Oh my. He's trading correctly. Damn you, Crazy Man 887. This version of Crazy Man is so much better than the previous 800. Ragnaros the Firelord's pretty good here. Or I could, like, Temple Enforce to buff this guy. Is that even good? If this is Mirror Entity, I'm gonna be so upset. I have to play it on Mirror Entity.
Are you my master?
I can't give him a free Ragnaros. Oh my god! Whew. Years of Hearthstone have culminated in that play.
Brilliant.
Whew. I'm killing the Drake because I could top deck Holy Nova. Yeah, I could draw Holy Nova, which would help with that, and if the worm keeps getting buffed, we can Shadow Word Death it, which feels bad, man, but we could. 6 attack, man, worm. Another one off the top. Another spell. Oh. Should I have killed that mana worm? I mean, I guess I should have. I didn't. Oh. Oof. Oof. Fireball phase. One of my biggest concerns is I'm going to do a deck review where I just get, like, dumpstered the entire day. I don't want people, My biggest concern is not that happening, but, like, whoever submits the deck list to me would, like, be upset that... And they'd be looking forward to their deck getting some, like, awesome screen time and kicking butt and being like, look at me, look how cool my deck is. I just Shadow Word Death the 1-mana minion. But I want to be clear that, this happens. And that I still think this deck is the bee's knees. Going to heal this guy? Probably. I mean, he fireballed my face, which I do think is a misplay, unless he happens to have, like, 2 fireballs in his hand right now, so then maybe I should have healed my face, but, you know, I want to make sure that I live to things like Blizzard, for example, so yeah. If your deck gets wrecked in the deck review, do not worry. This is an educational thing to help you improve the deck, and just to give you guys my commentary. Sometimes you just go on a bit of a losing streak. I think Swagnaros is a acceptable play here. Do I heal this dude? I think I actually heal myself, because Rag's gonna hit this guy. He's gonna. All right, Rag's gonna miss, but that's okay because we didn't want to kill the Sentient Shield Master. We wanted to hit his face for dominance, hopefully to tilt him. We're dead. We're not dead. No, we're dead. Pyroblast. Fuck. Disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we just got wrecked. I think there's no better note to end it on than that one. So, it's weird because this is one of the better decks I've reviewed on the deck review, but today is just not our day. Poor Priest, man. Maybe it's the skin? I don't know. So anyway, this is our deck list from EcTheLion. Hopefully you found it as funny as I did, and the rest of you guys did too. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I had a blast. I have fun playing Hearthstone, win or lose. And today we did a little bit of that losing thing that we do from time to time. But it's okay, because I do think this deck was fun to play and is very well built. It's going to be tricky to improve this. Because, yeah, Cthulhu Priest is just very tough to build. If this is like a budget list, and I always recommend Cthulhu decks to budget for budget players and whatnot. Mind Control is one of your friends when you do have like a limited collection. Like I think that basic Priest deck is actually very strong. So if you're looking for a solid late game control deck and you're a new player, build a Cthulhu Priest, put in like a Cthulhu, and 1 Mind Control. 2 is usually excessive unless you just don't have Cthulhu. This is your don't have any good cards, borrow the enemies. It's less good though once you have like more cards, because generally Entomb would be a good substitute for it. In terms of improving this deck, I don't know what cards he has access to. I'm like 99% sure he does not have another Twilight Darkmender, or the Fen Creeper would not be there. But I do think that the Fen Creeper could easily be like a Darkshire Alchemist. Would actually be really good, or another Darkmender, so we'll do that for science. I'm going to put in another Darkmender, but, it could easily be a Darkshire Alchemist. I think is going to be just as good, and that's just because the Fen Creeper is just missing some stats. I think I would also swap the Acolytes for Loot Hoarders to give us some more early game play, because I don't think that the I don't think you're going to be drawing that many cards of Acolyte, and if you do you want to? I think you could end up, like, fatiguing yourself too hard. I think this improves the curve a little bit, but honestly not by that much. I think that my improvements to the deck have been, like, really, like, the only thing that could easily be replaced is probably the Fen Creeper, and that should just be replaced with something else to keep us alive. Something that fills the same role. I think that EC the Lion very clearly understands what makes a good deck in Hearthstone. And I think he built a very solid one. Like, this deck has a very coherent, clear game plan. Cthulhu. It's built around Cthulhu. It has just enough Cthulhu minions to really make it work. Maybe it needs a few more, but it's close to enough Cthulhu minions to make it work. It's got some survivability because we need to get to Cthulhu. It costs 10 mana, so we need to be able to keep ourselves alive. Earthen Ring Farseer, Holy Nova, Darkmenders. I like it. This helps with the Priest theme. Got all the appropriate amount of removal. He's got the Priest staples, Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death, Holy Nova. He's got Northshire's Power Word Shields and just enough draw to get there. I do think the Frost Giant is, like, unnecessary, because I find that the reason that we're losing is because we keep dying. Priest of the Feast could be really good instead of, like, a Twilight Drake, but I just don't know if he has that. You know, like, that could be, like, a Darkshire Alchemist or something. Yeah, just to keep us alive. Yeah, so we cut a Fen Creeper for a Twilight Darkmender, and we cut the Frost Giant for a Darkshire Alchemist. I think that is totally a-okay to do. And we have cut the Acolytes for Loot Hoarders. I do think that with the increased amount of healing and survivability, that the Earthen Ring Farseers could very easily be a Twilight Elder. It's just that... Because, like, this is more proactive than Earthen Ring Farseer. There were times in the early game where, on turn 3, you know, I would rather have played the Twilight Elder than the Earthen Ring Farseer. It's just that we keep dying, so maybe we do need the heals. It's just Twilight Elder could add some significant consistency to the deck. You know, help buff that Cthulhu. So our Cthulhu's were small. They were a little small, so Earthen Ring Farseer could be a Twilight Elder. I'm not entirely sure of that. Cthulhu's Chosen as well is not as good in Priest as it is in every other Cthulhu deck, mostly because you can't really heal the body. It only has 2 HP. So, you know, it could easily be the Hooded Acolyte. The Do You Know the Secret Handshake person. I think it could be a Hooded Acolyte, but that's optional. So, overall, I would say that the Frost Giant, I don't know if we need it, because I think we keep dying before we get to play it. I do think it is actually an underrated card and could be pretty good if we would stop dying so much. But maybe it's honestly okay, and I just got a little bit unlucky today, so perhaps the Frost Giant is fine. Overall, I like this deck. I think it's good. Please do let me know in the comments below, and leave a thumbs up as well if you found this series to be, you know, educational and entertaining. I do take the time to read all your comments, even if I don't get a chance to respond to each of them individually. And again, thank you so much for those of you who take the time to just show your support for the Hearthstone stuff. Give it a try, see what makes me tick, because you know, it's just really helpful for the longevity of the channel. It helps me stick around on YouTube, keep my motivation up, and it's just something that's super fun. I think the Hearthstone is a great game to try, and hopefully my tutorials and series and whatnot have helped you enjoy it. You know, I compare it to poker. High skill, high variance, and just something fun to take the edge off the day, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Plenty more Age of Empires 2 and content for other games on the way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.